I'm mad, and a little while ago, I made what ended up limited 0.005 explaining why AV has been struggling so hard. I still don't have cognitive continuously losing like flowers. So it's only fair that now they just went up this. The game has bounced back, but fear not because she has a prize in AV. I'm back on here. Very inspirational this time around. Because fellas, I don't know. I'm sure happy I actually get to play from other characters that isn't genuinely struggling to reach 30 gentlemen right here, coming from their high to 300 something K, mostly bought it, but still the same number, just released struggling to reach 7K. I think Attack on Titan 0 hit and instantly fell, and was at like almost 10K. I still don't have the update basically, which is the most recent update before this one, and then 6.5. I mean, it peaked pretty decently, but almost instantly fell as well. I mean, 6 taking my attention first. 6.0, I don't know. 5.5. I didn't check also, and I don't know how wasn't that great received. I don't know if but right now, as we speak, I have already made Vanguards at 85. Give or take like 400. It's actually climbing. Like it's been climbing. When I first TUFFF sat down to write the script for this video.
Hey guys, it's been a little while since that last uploaded, but we are back with something of value happened. Update 7, Enemy Vanguards released yesterday, and it's been mixed reception at best. And instead of giving the update multiple different videos spanning across a week where I milk the topic until I can't milk it anymore, I thought that I would just do one condensed video, not only giving my thoughts on the update, but more so the overarching future of this game. Because the way that I see it, it seems like things are going downhill once again, but why? That's what we're going to be discussing in this video, so let's get started. We'll address the this update is not performing nearly as well as previous updates that I had thumbnailed. So this is so why is that exactly? Well, I tried getting different and the main consensus that I think that all of these were mid, and that I say after looking at something I do agree that they're all more basically are good. I think that we'll see. We're still getting to that. But I will say people are way more hyped when we see a gaming game. You guys are going than they do. I've read that. There goes Sky's lost. I think fine. Say something that really it's something that I've been wondering while I'm talking in this video is how this update compares to the numbers that I thought it would. Guilty Gear, yes, it has fans, but I feel like it's just anime higher than fans don't really overlap with Guilty Gear fans. One audience just doesn't play your game, so it explains why the updates don't do well. Plus PvP. You know, in the long run, I really do think PvP was great for the game, but there's just not a huge audience for it. At least from when I check the Discord server, most people would say, hey, I love playing PvP, I'll watch 75 players on the content, which is definitely good. I feel like PvP is a game mode that takes a lot for development content. Honestly, which is unfortunate. I really like it. I thought it was great. But my opinion couldn't do better so much. The players that I know that play the game there's a lot more players that don't do it. What I'm trying to say is that playing Update 6 for not doing that well on the fact that it's not a mainstream anime, but Update 7 wasn't. Attack on Titan is literally the main reason that you get the most successful anime IPs in the world, and it's under the player count update on it. It boggles my brain. It makes me think. I know that there's plenty of complaints that the show over Boss Rush takes too long. The EX version of the Legend stage is too hard. All the units are mid. Zeke is better than Aaron, who's the main character of the Titan, this and that. And although I could go over each one of those complaints individually, I'd rather just voice them to you here because I really don't want to sit here and individually examine every single unit to test that theory. I will say this, Anime Vanguard's community is a very opinionated one, and on update day, the reception is either moderately positive at best to just completely negative at worst. And most of the time, it's been leaning towards worse for these past few updates. And as I was alluding to earlier, how come Attack on Titan, which is a huge mainstream anime, how come it's not the huge smash hit that we thought it would be? By no means is the game dying, I just think it's declining. They're two very different things, but it definitely makes you wonder, this game, I've said it once, said it a lot of times on this channel, is a very high quality game. It is a really, really good anime tower defense game. What other anime tower defense game will you see have custom OSTs, level of attention to detail on maps, units, unit passives, game mechanics? I feel like Anime Vanguard really does stand at the top when you look at it from just a pure gameplay perspective, because it's hard to find any other game on Roblox that rivals that level of quality. But it almost seems like they're too good for their own good. They put too much effort into their updates for their own good, and I know that seems like such a crazy thing to say, and even when I'm saying it out loud, it does sound jarring, but I want you to hear me out on this. The level of quality that they're going for takes time. It definitely does. And it's really not something that they can pump out on a weekly or bi-weekly schedule because it's just not feasible. But the fact of the matter is, when you take this long to make an update, you're really doing a huge gamble. At least in the case of Anime last year as an example, if Brandon drops a shitty update that not that many people like, yeah, people will complain, but then next week they're already onto something new, and it's like the previous bad update didn't even happen, and the player count doesn't suffer at all. When Anime Vanguards drops an update that isn't an absolutely stellar 8 out of 10 at the minimum, that the community can universally agree upon is good, it does not fare well for the game's player count. They take a big fat hit, because you gotta keep in mind that they're already sort of on the backlog of anime tower defense games in most people's minds because they don't update extremely frequently. So a lot of people just play the update for a little bit, maybe they get a unit or two that they want. If you're a real hardcore player, you'll go into it and you'll get every single unit and be ready for the next update. But even that isn't gonna hold you over for the amount of time they take to run. Am I saying that they should be making lower quality updates in order to push out swap faster so the community's happy? No. It's what they want to do. They want to make a high quality game, and by all means, they should be allowed to do that. But from the outside looking in, I would definitely diagnose this game with very high quality, but the updates just take too long for the average attention span of an anime tower defense player, and it shows. It definitely shows. At the time that I'm recording this video, Anime Vanguards is the third most played anime tower defense game, right behind.
A fase foi liberada, até o convoque vai porque ela é bom, não pode encrava nela.
Other anime tower defense game, I'm sure you guys could take a couple examples. All of them are dead. If not dead, very, very inactive. But Anime Vanguard is still chilling. I think the main games that have had the most staying power are Anime Vanguard and ALS. Too soon to say anything about ACX. But it's going very, very well right now. What I'm trying to say is, AV is declining. Most definitely is declining. What do I think the future of this game is? Because it's pretty worrisome when an update that I thought would be a claims on a big hit, because it's a very mainstream anime, doesn't perform as well as I predicted it would. It definitely makes you wonder, draws a couple questions. I honestly think right now they're fine. I don't think the game's going to be dead anytime soon. 30k players, which is about what they're averaging right now, is still nothing to scoff at, but it's definitely declining. Like, I think I use that word too many times, but trying to think of something else. It's lowering, it's less number, small number bad, big number good, if you catch my drift. So I really don't know where this direction they're going to go in for update 7.5 and 8.0, but it really seems like the player count, the player base, isn't pleased with the batch of content that we got. And it's not like this game is dying. I already said that once. It still gets good views on YouTube. People still play it, talk about it, gets good views on TikTok. That's really one of the main ways that I really gauge if a game truly is dead or not. Look at the YouTube views. Look at the views that it gets on other social media platforms. If it's high, then the game is still good. The game is still relevant in my eyes. But when it gets to the point where no one's making videos on your game, and if they do, it's like pretty low view count videos, that's when you truly know a game is in the gutter. But for now, I think Anime Vanguards is fine. I'll also say this, I've unironically been having a lot of fun playing ASTDX, dare I say it, more than Anime Vanguards, and it's hard to put my finger on it as to why. I've just been enjoying the game more. I really have, grinding out the evolutions, doing the special stages where you have to get the special materials, doing the big raids that give you the unbound units. I don't know. I think the simplicity of it, since it just came out, sort of draws me to it. Don't get me wrong, the game definitely has some bad things that we'll be talking about in a later video, but that is a longer video that I'm still working on. But ASTDX definitely has their eye on the ball. Their update was pretty recent, even though the game just came out, so it seems like they have plans of staying. I definitely will be covering a video on that relatively soon. It takes time to edit the longer ones, but you get the point. Let's end this video off with our central thesis. What do I think about the update? What do I think about Anime Vanguards in the long run? I think this update was a bit of a flop in terms of the player count. Definitely was. I also think that the game is fine in the long run. Release another update later on. I'm sure update 7.5 and update 8.0 will hopefully do better. I can't guarantee anything, but here's hoping. And they really do need to stick to mainstream animes. I think we all learned our lesson with Guilty Gear, didn't we? And I think they're doing that. I definitely think they are with update 7. Like I said, it still makes me very confused how a mainstream anime didn't guarantee the numbers that I thought it would. Once again, I would just accredit that to the fact that the players didn't really fuck with many of the units and this and that. And I low-key think they're still recovering from update 6, but that's my take on everything. I don't think I have any other things that I want to say. So, all that being said, that's going to be it from me. If you enjoyed the video or don't enjoy the update, let me know why in the comments. So, that's all from me. I forgot my own outro. I haven't filmed the video in so long. What did I used to say? Okay, have a great day wherever you are. Stay tuned for more content, and we will catch you in the next one. Also, my friend is making a Roblox game, so check it out if you want. Pretty cool. Anime games.
I might have to using normal and then pity normie macros of tiny task. But nice. People like me. Second already. Was that one pity? Whatever. Does pity reset? Informal. This is the first time they're like, okay, we're not going to exclude solar at 100 general population from the well, those were speaking of the events tab. Quick, something that I was complaining about a lot in the other video that I saw a lot of people were really happy I mentioned 10,000 Robux. The Phoenix Shards. Would it be hilarious? And right now, it seems like this event tab will be like a band-aid fix for the issue, which is being good. It's not going to fully fix it. It's going to be a band-aid for lowering the Phoenix Shards are how you roll familiars, and familiars. The price of MONARCH extremely down a couple of just for perspective. The best familiar in the game is Verb. It's not even a conversation. This familiar is obscenely OP. I've gotten so many different roles and I don't even have like a great one. This is like best one. I want to have a great one because I corrupted 4. You can see right here. You just stand there. So there's 2 ways I'm going to test Escanor. Whatever. I've been trying to roll on these burner. So let's say it's so hard to roll. This is because they have 4 stats and they can go negative. Like this one's good still. I think this damage 15 lowers critical damage because of his abilities. I don't know if he can put in a corrupted 4. And there's a new familiar because you can't roll anymore. And again, just for perspective, if I go on the tier list and damage the Vanguards, every character recommends Verb, and except very few characters, I actually have like meters that are very important, like every character is Verb. Like that's gonna be great for us in the game. Even characters with meter watch Verb. Dante, it says right here, Bird. What? I didn't know that. So it's a thing you basically just bring someone else instead. And many of them as well. You're gonna have a full team of characters. You have the option to burn. But getting a good one is so hard. So hard to get. If you zoom out, good ones. Getting the familiar is fine. Getting the familiar impossible. You need to roll. See how he does, right? And getting the Phoenix Charge is really hard, but the event stat kind of fixes it. And maybe there's a build. Maybe there's like missions you want to burn by the currency, or you can buy Phoenix Charge. Or you can buy Tricks. If you're at a point in the game where you're early enough that you don't need to focus on familiars, then you can buy Tricks by each of them. This quest tab, he got the or event tab. Also the daily reward tab already. Every category thing, just like daily, super nice, super convenient. I don't know why they use them so much better. Like when you find it was 7. Also, on top of the 7.5 of getting Escanor, like it's way easier to get than Kaguya. Like you want to play them early and Diablo. Pity has finally been introduced. I know it got announced before this update, but it came with his pass. Finally, you get your burn. If you were one of the few people that were like 1 hour 3 million flowers, that's it. So you have to. You are ready to work. Just because you have your informal
probably are
set up with every wave with steroids, right? Like I just said, most people aren't able to damage. Getting Kaguya is an impossible achievement for most people unless they get super lucky. I am well over 5 million flowers and I don't have Kaguya because in most of them maybe finish after 100k right now. I'm like 1 mil from myself.